Hello you beautiful people and welcome to today's video. It's been a while since I uploaded something and since I did a new art video. And today we have something very simple. It's just a drawing I did on my iPad the other night, and I just put the speed paint in the background so you can listen to me and watch it and maybe put me in the background of something you're doing. So I just would like to chat a bit with you. Just some regular chatting, just a little update on what's been going on and why I'm busy. I don't know. Some of you may not follow my Instagram and may not look into my stories where I usually tell a bit about what I'm doing and stuff like that. So, as I said sometimes before, I'm a graphic designer that's my daytime job, and I've been working in the same company since 2014 now. That was the second job after I finished art school, college, whatever you want to call it. It's a bit different in Germany. But yeah, so I've been working for this company since almost 6 years now. And I got an offer for a better job in another company and I took it and I quit. And my last workday was yesterday. And it's kind of a strange feeling to have the perspective to be doing something completely, not completely, I'm still working as a graphic designer, but to be in a new company after almost 6 years. And it's kind of a strange feeling to leave all my coworkers behind, but yeah, it's what it is. And I'm very, very happy for this opportunity. I'm looking forward to it. But the week before, my now ex-boss luckily has found a replacement for me because I was the only graphic designer working there. So I had to train them. I had to train my replacement for 4 days, and that was very draining because I had to talk like the whole day, and I had to show them what I'm doing and stuff like that, and they sat beside me the whole day. So when I came home, I was just tired. I was just so very, very tired. And yeah, it's been a bit draining for me because I'm not that social. I have very low social mana. And when I have to socialize a lot, I need to recharge afterwards. So yeah, I was just, also, I'm trying to make progress in my online comic, in my webcomic called The Patchwork. Well, okay, let me tell you a little story. So, I've always been working with the Wacom tablets. And when I first started out, I had a very, very low price tablet that had no pressure sensitivity. And I met my wife that time, and she introduced me to Wacom tablets that have those. And that time, 11 years ago, it was almost the only option was Wacom, so I stuck with them and I really like them. So I bought my first tablet with about 18, and it was a bamboo. And those were very nice. And of course the technical things always progress and get better and stuff like that, and they make the tablets better to work with. And the first tablet did not survive university. It did not survive art school. And I then bought my second bamboo, and that one has a cable that you can't change the cable, and the cable is a bit loose and it loses contact. So I bought then the tablet I'm working with now. I bought it about 5 years ago, or 4 years ago. I don't know. So then I thought, okay, I wanted to buy a new tablet, and I thought, okay, it would be a good idea to invest a bit more money to get a tablet that will not break on me so easily. So I bought the Wacom Intuos Pro S, so the more expensive one, but the smallest size I could get because I've always been working with these very small tablets. So at first it was fine, but I noticed that I get a lot of wrist pains from those, and I couldn't figure out why. I thought maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just too weak or something like that. I've been doing my webcomic on my desktop computer because I've been starting it long before we had the iPad. Also, my laptop that just died this week just did not have a big enough screen for me to work on. So yeah. Also, my only place to really sit down and work is my desk. So, and there's my desktop PC, so why not work on that? So, okay, I've been working with this Wacom Intuos Pro S for the last couple of years. So I needed to take breaks while I was working on the comic because it hurt my wrist so much. And I thought, why does it hurt my freaking wrist that much? I've been working with Wacom tablets my whole digital art life, which has been about 11 years now. So what could it be that hurts me? And just this week or last week, it occurred to me that it must be the pen, because if you compare the pens from the Wacom Intuos Pro S and every other modern pen from graphic tablets, they are much thicker than the tablets from the bamboo tablets, the pens from the bamboo tablets. And I figured out it has to be the pen because I have very, very small hands for an almost 30-year-old. And the other pens I've worked with my whole time were very slim. So I was like, yeah, okay, maybe. First of all, I made a story on Instagram to ask anyone for advice, and a friend told me that I should put it on an angle because she has less wrist problems when since she started working on her screen tablet, which always is on an angle. So I put my Pro S on an angle, and it did not change much. I've worked some hours, and it still hurt a lot. But then, okay, I had a little old Intuos at work, and my now ex-boss bought a new Huion tablet for his new graphic designer, and I was allowed to take the old one because he would have been throwing it out anyway. So I now have this old Intuos, and the pen is a lot slimmer than my Pro S pen. So I'm now trying out, I do believe it helps because I rarely had pains when I drew with it at work. And I think it will be fine. The only thing that really worries me is that what am I going to do when this thing breaks and I can't get a replacement because they're not being produced anymore? I mean, I could try and get one used, but that's not a long-term solution. There will be a day when I run out of these. And I'm like, okay, I hopefully will find one tablet that has this slimmer pen. And yeah, so there's that. And I've been asked why I don't draw my comic on the iPad. And that's a good question, and I'm going to answer it. I love our iPad. It's an amazing art tool, and I'm very grateful to be able to work with it. And I'm very grateful that I have the privilege that I could buy such a thing from money that we had saved. So, but there's a big but. A big but. I personally, this is only my opinion, and it's totally cool if you disagree. I personally feel like I don't have as much control, and also my comic files are very big. a hassle to transfer them because I work with Windows. The iPad is the only Apple device I own, and it's always a little hassle to transfer them through the stick because the iPad we have doesn't like USB sticks. We have one that fits with USB-C and one normal USB port, but this iPad always throws it out 3 times before I can transfer files. And it always takes a bit of time, and it always is a huge hassle, especially with huger comic pages, with larger ones, larger files. It takes a lot of time. And also, I am very used to work on a regular desktop computer. I use shortcuts a lot in my programs, and it's just a question of preference, I guess. I like to work on a desktop PC more than I like working on an iPad for like larger projects. I love the iPad for smaller comic projects or for illustrations and sketches, and it's great for that. And I know that a lot of people do their sketches and their finished comic pages on their iPads, but it's just not for me personally. I always prefer to work on a desktop PC for these big projects. Also because I am very used to Photoshop and InDesign and Illustrator. And for my private projects, I work with the Affinity Suite. Like with Photo and Designer and Publisher, because they are only a one-time purchase. And yeah, so it's just more pleasant to work with them for me personally. It's totally fine if you do all your things on your iPad. Kudos to you. It's always like it depends on the artist. But also, the iPad is friggin' hella expensive. And I know that there are a lot of companies that are just as expensive as Apple, but Apple is just very expensive, and I've never really understood that. And I like working with Apple devices because they're cool and look nice and work fine most of the time. But we've talked about it at home, my wife and I, and I don't think when this iPad is going to break one day, it is going to happen. Sooner or later, it will die. Like every electrical technical device is gonna die one day. This iPad will too. And we don't think we will buy another one. Not because it's a bad device. It's a great one. It's an amazing device. But it's just not worth it for us because it's so expensive. We don't have a lot of money. And we just thought this would be a replacement for working on a computer, maybe. But it is not. And we were very curious, and we had saved up some money so we could afford buying it back in the days. And it was worth a try, and it's great, and we will use it until it goes to iPad heaven or whatever. But there are a lot of other devices these days that are most likely just as powerful, especially when you look at that in a few years there will be comparable tablets from other companies, I guess. And this is where we will look when this one dies. So I don't want to optimize my comic drawing process on the iPad when I need to switch sooner or later anyways. I want to work out a process that works for me and where I can find a routine so it works faster. So that's the idea behind all that. And the patchwork, the comic project I'm working on currently, is a training project for me for larger projects, so I can figure out a process that I can use for other projects, if that makes sense. And yeah, so I don't want to use the iPad because we don't plan on continuing buying other Apple products if I don't know. I can't look into the future, but at this point, if someone would ask me, I would just say we probably will not buy another one. Even if it's great, even if it's amazing, I'm not someone who has to commute a lot, so I don't think I'm gonna need it. When I'm at home, I can take the tablet and draw digitally on the couch. That's great, but every other tablet that has a pen that has pressure sensitivity can do that for me too. So the only thing I'm gonna miss is Procreate, but there are other apps that are just as great. So I don't know. I'm just not on this. I don't know. I don't want to be dependent on this company. Fate, the universe. The only thing that knows is probably the universe. Whoever knows which price raises they're gonna do in the next couple of years. So because they're so popular, so I don't want to depend on this one company. I would totally buy other companies of other brands of usual tablets for your PC too. I just have found that Wacom is the one that works best for me right now. I've tried the Huion one my ex-boss bought, and it's great for the price. It's amazing for the price. I think it's great for beginners, but the one I tried has a very rough surface, and they give you a lot of exchange nibs. And I think that's nice of them, and I think that's great, but for me it was kind of a sign, okay, these pen nibs could be running down very fast, because this the surface of the tablet is so rough. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong and you know what I'm talking about, and you have one of those and they are working great and never run down. So maybe I'm wrong, but I was just a bit suspicious about that. But it makes a good first impression to me. For a beginner, especially if you don't know if you really want to pursue digital art, this tablet is like a solid tablet. So I've rambled a lot about why I want to buy an iPad again, but I really like our iPad. It's a very good thing, and I hope it will work for many more years. It's just very pricey thing to buy, and the pen alone is always very pricey, no matter what brand you use. But yeah, so yeah, this is where I am at right now. So I'm trying out if I can use the small beginner in tools from a few years ago better than my expensive tablet. I really do think that it is the nib, that the nib is the problem. Not the nib, the pen is the problem. That I've heard that you can buy other third-party pens for those tablets, but I don't think for the one I have, I don't know if it's even produced anymore. I think they just took it out of production because they did not sell it enough or something like that. So, and I've looked at the new small beginner in tools tablets, and they have these thick pens too. I think maybe my hands are just too small. Maybe it's just my hands that are just the problem. Maybe, I don't know. Could be. Could very well be. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm so rambly. I just wanted to get that out. It's just not easy. I'm whining a lot on Instagram about my tablet and that it hurts my hand so much. I've been trying to hide it, to be honest, but I'm done. What else? Oh, I found through one of my art buddies, I found a new art app. Maybe you want to check it out. It's currently in open beta mode. so people can sign up and try it out and report bugs and stuff. It's called Artfall. I think Artfall. I'm gonna put it in the description. And it's like a social media app for artists. And currently the servers are very slow and it's very laggy and it has a bit of some bugs and glitches. But they're still in development and I kind of hope that they will succeed with this app. Because Instagram is a dumpster fire and I would love an app with a chronological feed that's made for artists and for fans of artists. And just, yeah, it looks great so far. And I'm Noopsy Draws there as well if you want to check me out if you have a profile. And yeah. So, yeah, I'm usually very suspicious about new apps and I usually don't jump on bandwagons that easily, but I thought it made a good first impression and I thought I could try it out. And it's free and it looks nice so far. So if you would like to check it out. It's nice. I hope it's gonna be nice. I don't know yet. I've been using it for 2 days or so. And I've been uploading some drawings and stuff, but it's still very small and kind of nice. So yeah, I think that's all. I think I rambled enough about tablets and iPads and stuff like that. So and also my job and my private life that you probably are not interested in. But yeah, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this drawing of Betsy in the background. I kind of try to use a different coloring style. I've been inspired. I need to say it now. I've been inspired by Humming Fluff. If you don't know, they are a very cool artist and amazing, and have a very cool webcomic called Stand Still, Stay Silent, and it's very cool. For this picture, so in case you have thought of Humming Fluff, I'm very slow at reading comics. I'm very slow at reading anything because I get distracted by the guilt of not being productive. But it's a great comic. You should check it out. Totally. It's cool. And yeah, Humming Fluff is a great artist. It's one of my idols. My art idols. Also because of the amount of pages this comic has. One day I'm gonna get there. Hopefully, maybe. Yeah, so that's all I have to say today. And I hope you enjoyed this little video. It's just a little update, just a little comic drawing in the background. And we see each other next time. And until we do, please do something that makes you happy. Bye!